everybody, welcome back to another 2007 Ford Ranger Sport video. Well, this week, let's do something about this emblem and this grille. Stay tuned. I picked up this new emblem off of eBay, and here's the part number. Pretty easy to find. You can pretty much find these anywhere. Obviously, in a previous video, you showed me plastic dip over that because it was severely faded. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it this week. But I'm also going to remove the grille. I'm probably going to sand it down and repaint it. It's got some chips on it. I could probably clean it up, but I'm going to use that as kind of a test panel to see about matching the black on this. So let's get started. Okay, well, on this year of Ranger, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fasteners on top, and then there's 2 clips at the bottom. These closeout panels are separate. These also need to be repainted, so I may consider doing those at the same time. So the grille should be pretty easy to get off, and then I know on the back of this there should be 2 retention clips that may or may not break when I remove them. So let's get the grille removed. Okay, with these 4 fasteners out, these were 7/32 on mine anyway. Now I think there's 2 pressure clips down there. We just need to pull the whole thing out without breaking it. Tip on this removal, these are the 2 clips right here. And needless to say, depending upon the age of your truck and how much sun and UV it's had exposed to it, these are pretty brittle. So I took a large flat blade screwdriver and just kind of gently turned it and pried each side out. So now the grille is free, and we can see those clips on the back side I was talking about right there. So I think first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove that emblem, and we'll clean this up, and I probably am going to paint it. It could use a coat of paint. Plus it gives me a chance to kind of clean and paint behind there, so why not? Okay, for me, I think it makes most sense to, I'm just going to go ahead and break these off because I'm throwing that emblem away, and I don't know if I'll be reusing those anyway. So, and then under it is some adhesive, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll pry this thing off, and we'll take a look at the grille. I'll have to clean it and then scuff it, kind of feather edge. It's got some chips on it. I'll try to remove these if I can get them out, and then we'll paint it. But with a little bit of persuasion, this came off. It was being held up by what was left of these 2 locating pins right there. But surprisingly, this was not held on with any adhesive at all, so good for me. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this. Oh, I need to still pop these side vents out if I can. And then I'll scuff it, and we'll give it a coat of black. All right, I cleaned up the grille, and as I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this area up right here. I'm just gonna wipe it down and then give it a coat of fresh black paint. This trans cooler, everything in there. I'm actually not sure I'm gonna paint the grille. It's actually in pretty good shape. There's really only just 1 chip on it, and I'll touch that up, but I'll let you know once it dries. It's over there in the sun. Let's clean this, spray it, and let it dry. All right, well, I think this is dry enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and give everything a coat of flat black in here, the trans cooler, and before anybody says anything, fogging a little paint over something that's already painted or powder coated is not going to affect it. So that won't be an issue. Just doing a general cleanup, kind of this lower tie bar right there too. Okay, well, I got this thing cleaned up, and I've had a couple decent chips on it. I managed to feather edge those, and the whole thing is scuffed and cleaned. I'm gonna tape these off because I'm afraid all the clips on the back are just gonna break. Seems like it's really designed to be one-time use only, so no big deal. I'm just gonna tape that off. And then I'm gonna spray this. I'm not gonna do the 2K clear over top just yet because I don't want to use just one can for this, and there's other parts of the truck I want to use that on. So this will end up being just semi-gloss for now. Or actually, no, satin. Unless I have some semi-gloss. I think I just have satin. Anyway, we'll find out. All right, I'm all set up here in my sophisticated paint booth. And I've got some Canyon Black satin, like I mentioned. And I did find this clear coat. And this is not 2K, but it works pretty well. So I'm gonna give it a shot of that over top, and we'll see how that holds up. So a couple light coats, let's get this painted. Okay, I'm pretty much done with this. Turned out okay. Got a couple little, I don't know if you can see them, little like splotches where this can, of course, was completely clear but decided to clog up right as I was finishing it. So I'm gonna let this flash over and then give it 1 or 2 coats of the clear, and we're gonna call this done. All right, well, I'm pretty much done with this. Unfortunately, I kind of ran out of clear, so some of it's not quite as shiny as I would have liked. A little dry in certain areas, but there's nothing I can do about that for now. So I'm just gonna let this dry, and it actually turned out a little better than I thought. But inside a lot of the corners and undersides like that, it's a little dry. Again, I'll work with it. So let this dry maybe half hour or so, and then we'll put it back on the truck. All right, well, it's dried about an hour. It's nice and dry to the touch. I've wiped it down. Not my best work ever, but also not my worst. It's just a matter of not having enough clear, because that can was maybe less than half full when I started, so it's okay for now. So let's put the emblem on. This one has double-sided tape. I'm gonna peel the tape off and stick it on. And actually these little clips right here help retain those prongs, and it's not gonna go anywhere. So I don't think I'm gonna bother putting those speed clips on the back. Let's get this on and put it back on the truck. And with that, this project's done. Turned out okay, the grill, I mean. Guess I'm not gonna complain for a rattle can job, but it's better than being scratched up and chipped and faded. Happy with the emblem. Of course, brand new Ford part, so why not? I guess stay tuned for me replacing the rear one. That'll do it for this project. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.